call the meeting to order. Everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Campbell.
Here.
Fournier.
Here.
Hammond.
Here.
Crop.
Here.
Menser.
Here.
Voorhees.
Here.
Item number 4, announcements, acknowledgements, communications, and reports. Do we have anything other than our presentation tonight that needs to be addressed? Okay. We're going to now have a presentation of the Mount Clemens Beautification Snowflake Awards, and I believe Ms. Junia Aquario it will be our presenter this evening.
For some of you that do not know,
Junia, can you speak into the microphone so that it picks up on the camera? Thank you.
do I have to face you?
No, you can turn the mic. You can turn the mic. I mean, I'm not going to take offense to that, but.
For the past 14 years, the Mount Clemens Beautification Committee has divided the city into 7 neighborhoods. And in each of those neighborhoods, one house is chosen for their spectacular Christmas decorations. So, this is the 14th year for the snowflake recognition. On behalf of the Mount Clemens Beautification Commission, we'd like to congratulate the 3 people who are here tonight for being chosen for this year's Snowflake Award. Although many homes were beautifully decorated, only one home in each of the 7 neighborhoods could be acknowledged with this award. You might say, there are other houses that were decorated. Why mine? This award is a one-time recognition. You took the time, effort, and creativity to make your neighborhood shine and brought joy to many. Thanks for making Mount Clemens a beautiful place to live. And thanks to all of you who did not win for making Mount Clemens a more beautiful place to live. Today, we have 3 people here who have the award. Marie Gibson, if you'll come forward. And what we're giving you, Marie, is the certificate, a snowflake, and a picture of your home.
Oh, thank
The next one is Bob Warfield. I should say that Marie lives at 184 Court. Bob lives at 643 North Esplanade, and here's your certificate. Thank you. Your snowflake. You can hang on your tree and your house. So much. Thank you. And the last one is Dave. Dave, help me. Lukaszewski.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, and I tried practicing and it didn't work.
Appreciate
There's
it.
your certificate, your snowflake, and his house. I can come.
Thank you.
The other winners were 20 Farron Place, Brian Dale, 25 Lindsay, William Thompson, 73 Riverside Drive, Bob and Betty McClellan, and I thought they were going to meet here, but they had to work. And 257 Euclid, Adam and Brandy Kittries. So thank you everybody for decorating, if you did, and making this a beautiful place. And some of us are going to leave, so those in the back can sit down.
Thank you to the Beautification Committee for sponsoring the Snowflake Awards, and to everyone who decorated. We'll give you guys a minute to get moving. Okay. Seeing no other announcements, communications, or reports, right? Anybody else? Okay. Moving on to adoption of the agenda, please.
Move to adopt the agenda as presented?
Support. Roll call, please.
Campbell.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
This is the part of the meeting tonight that is public participation. All that we ask is that you come to the microphone, that you state your name, and that you abide by our 3-minute rule. Oh, sorry, and your address. Give us your address as well. There will be another public participation closer to the end of the meeting, but this is your first opportunity. Go right ahead. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
My name's Shelley Emerson, 48 Sheridan, Casson Groesbeck, stepchild side of the city. I broke a few speeding laws possibly to get here. I just want to speak about Gina. She has started Neighbors Helping Neighbors. We've had blight addressment. We've had property values go up because of her organizing efforts. And I understand you've been deadlocked a few times, 3-3. We need 7 people. We don't need to wait until next August. I give my vote to her. She's a stand-up gal, and she makes it proud to be from the Clem. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello, my name is Susan Wiegand. I live at 229 Euclid in the city. I'm here also to endorse Gina New. I was one of the fortunate recipients of Neighbors Helping Neighbors, and thanks to this tremendous effort which just came at me out of the blue unexpectedly, I am so appreciative. And I would like to see this type of effort continue in the city for the benefit of people like myself that don't always have the financial means to improve our properties or even maintain them in such a way that we would like to, but we're just unable to. And Gina has let me know of some of her intentions should she be in a position to help more people. And she has some outstanding plans in mind, and I would like to see them come to fruition for the benefit of everyone. And so I'm just offering my heartfelt support to Gina New.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello, good evening, council members. Congratulations, Mayor
Thank
Croft.
you.
My name's Tom Murray. I live at 135 Smith Street. My wife and I run my business out of Mount Clemens as well. I'm a builder. That's how I'm associated with Gina and Matt New. And I've had the opportunity, there's been much said about her civic-minded things she does around the community, which is very impressive to me. But also I've done some projects with her, and I find her to be very resourceful and to have great vision in these projects of renovation that we've done together. And I find that she, has a uncanny ability to use the resources we have, to come up with some great ideas, and as well as to rally people from the community. I know on some of her projects she said, well, I know you've got this space, we need a space to build this project, and you just can't say no. But she knows how to utilize people and what's available, and to get things done really from a real grassroots point of view. And so I find that very impressive, and I hope she can join you guys on the council. Thank you.
Ruthie Stevenson, 69 Bain Street. I'd like to commend each and every one of you in this 2020 year as we go forth in the business of this city. And when I say this city, I mean all aspects of this city. Once the election, during the election time, we talked about acclimating all of the city into the process, people representing all aspects of this city. And I would like to see that still being done. It's one thing talking about it, it's another thing about being about it. And that's what we need to do. And at that point, Rhonda Goodnow, Dr. Wanda Goodnow, this woman has worked for the county forever and a day. And to keep getting these degrees and to be disrespected at the county level, you know, you're working for people with less degrees and less apprehension and stuff that you have. I find it offensive. But what we need to do is to show how we're going to impact this process in utilizing all aspects of our city, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest, and even the middle parts and the edges of these cities. Let's start incorporating all of the people into this city.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes. Hi, good evening. Bill Eckert from 224 Hubbard. I had an opportunity last meeting I came to hear all 6 of the candidates speak that you guys had, or that had submitted their hat, threw their hat in the ring. I'm here to support Gina New as well. I've worked with her on the Neighbors Helping Neighbors, done a parade with her. I see all the great things. I see the looks on many of the people's faces who received help, and they're very thankful. One of the other things that I've done with Gina, as long as my girlfriend Donna, is we worked with Thomas Barnes over at the Jermaine Jackson Community Center. We're in the process of putting together a computer lab for them. We got 12 computers going, a firewall, some other computer equipment, and that's going to happen real soon too. So not only is Gina looking out for, you know, everybody, it's everybody in the city from northeast, southwest, just all of it. And I think it's very good, and it speaks a lot to her character. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Katie Pavlik. I'm from, I live on 12 Englewood. I'm also here to speak for Gina. I've worked with her on the Neighbors Helping Neighbors. We also have been talking about trying to put together like an instrumental program for the high school kids, because there isn't one at the school. So it's not just about, you know, what you see on the outside, but helping the kids. And the one thing I think she really does is she understands that to improve the city, you have to build the community. Without community, the city is just a bunch of buildings. So something to think about.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Colin Kitchen. I just recently, in July, moved to 66 Brook Street. And a lot of the reason I'm here, not just like the reason I'm in this town, is the immense sales pitch that Gina New gave to me. I've known her since she was 9. We grew up together, and there are a few people I know with quite as big a heart as she does, and the level of drive that she has demonstrated. And I just wanted to share my character reference there.
Thank you.
My name is Jamie Collins. I live at 40 Lafayette. I'm also here in support of Gina New. She thinks she's an excellent voice in our community. She's out in our community interacting, not just with Neighbors Helping Neighbors. There are other aspects to interacting in this community that she does very well at. That's promoting our businesses, promoting great activities that are going on within the city. She uses social media very well to do that, whether it be on her community pages or on her own personal page. She enjoys interacting with the people in this city. I think there's a lot of different outlooks that need to be brought to the table, whether it be, you know, breakfast at Mays or drinks at Little Rains. There are people all over the city that have ideas, and they have great ideas, and she's open-minded, and she can bring those ideas to the table. I'm not just here to speak about Gina New, because I did not just come in support of Gina New without researching who Dr. Goodnow was. When I did research Dr. Goodnow, any person who does their research does little things. I go to Facebook. I was a little disappointed when I scrolled through her Facebook that there was no mention of businesses. There was no mention of activities. There was nothing, and I scrolled for a long time, and I was very disappointed to see that nothing. There was nothing about the good things happening in the city. I then in turn researched the article regarding her treatment with Macomb County. When I read that article, I feel like it was such an incredible opportunity to speak. Am I running out of time? Yeah. I feel like it was an incredible opportunity to speak, but it also failed. And I also...
We don't want to get into personal.
Yeah. Thank you, though.
Joe E. Harrington, 152 Court Street, here in my city of Mount Clemens. I'd just like to say that I don't think anyone should sling dirt on anyone when it comes to these politics. We're sick and tired of dirt from the top and from years on. That's all I'd like to say.
Thank you.
Okay, see now.
Oh, we have one more.
Hi, my name is Rochelle Galvin. I live at 98 Michigan. I've been in Mount Clemens all of my life. I've known Dr. Goodenough practically all of my life, and I'm kind of nervous. I've never done this before, but I'm here to speak in her behalf. She's, as an adult, she has one son, but as an adult, she's always in the community helping, I mean, not only in Mount Clemens, but going to Port Huron, getting food, bringing it to distribute it to the people who are less fortunate. And I'm just here to speak in her behalf.
Thank you. Seeing no others? Oh, okay.
My name is Gina Palazzolo, or New, 51 North Island. I figure enough people have spoken about me, I should speak for myself. I'd like to tell you, many of you sitting behind these microphones have worked beside me in wind and rain and poison ivy, and have firsthand seen the joyful smiles of previously shamed homeowners being welcomed back into the arms of your community. By selecting a young and fiercely positive, known community activist, you make a choice that shows the public that dedication, compassion, and taking initiative are valued in this community. It was also said many times during our recent election that every neighborhood in our city should be represented and have a voice. Mount Clemens is comprised of 7 voting precincts, as depicted on this map. The red circles represent our current commissioners and mayor. The yellow circles represent your tied candidates. Each and every one of you lives south of Cass Avenue. Before anyone with a vote sanctimoniously throws it eastward in the perceived direction of inclusion, stop to consider the entire half of your city everyone seems to have forgotten. After the unfortunate loss of Commissioner Ford, neighbors east of Gratiot were left unrepresented on commission for a mere 58 days until the election of Commissioner Rashida Hammond last November. Districts 3, 4, and 5 contain 50.4% of Mount Clemens registered voters, 24.8% of them alone in my district, District 3, as illustrated. Not one of the northern districts has had representation on council for 5 years. We were assured that all neighborhoods would have a voice. I'm here to break a 5-year silence. If precincts and neighborhoods being represented is the deciding factor behind your vote, this choice should be simple. If a positive impact made in this community is the deciding factor behind your vote, this choice should be simpler still. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. As everyone knows, I'm Dr. Goodenough. Everybody knows that. I just want to say to you, thank you, first of all, for allowing me to stand before you and have this conversation. I thank you for allowing me the interview, and this process was very interesting for me. I have been a resident of Macomb County for 53 years. I am one of the oldest families in Mount Clemens, Michigan, Macomb County. I remember when the Colonial Hotel burnt down. I remember when my great-grandmother worked in the Colonial Hotel. And I remember when my grandmother worked there too as well. We are a long-standing family of helpers. My dad was, and still, well, somewhat a counsel to the state of Michigan as a protective service supervisor, a social worker, and my grandmother was an RN for 30 years. And she worked at Martha T. Berry, as so did I. And my brother was in the healthcare field as well until he left this earth, God rest his soul. So if you're looking for someone that is going to run away from the responsibility of Macomb County, that's not me. I'm here to stand to tell you that I am committed to this city. I have been here 53 years. In June, I'll be 54 years old, God's will, okay? I'm a fighter, I always have been. And to speak to the young lady that spoke about the issue online, out of that conversation of issues with Macomb County came diversity and inclusion training. That stemmed from me. So I want to say thank you, and I appreciate taking the time to speak with you lovely, wonderful people for this interview. And if you select me to be on this committee, I am a grassroots woman. I am in it for the fight, and we aren't going to always agree, but I tell you that I'm fair and I'm honest, and I'm here to do what's best for the city of Mount Clemens, and I thank you.
Okay.
Hey, my name is Matt New, 50 North Highland. Just wanted to say this is May Yoakum. She's been here 101 years. This is my great-grandma. This is actually one of Gina's role models. She lives 3 houses down from us, and just want to say she come to support us, and she's been here from the beginning and never left. So just wanted to give her a shout out.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Shelley Emerson, and you guys have to pick one tonight. You can't blow this off until August. You have to undo the deadline.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay. Seeing no other comments, we're moving on to general business.
No.
I'm sorry, approval of minutes. Now yeah, there we go. Okay, so number 8, approval of minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes of December 16th, 2019.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please.
Fournier?
Yes.
Hammond?
Yes.
Crab?
Yes.
Menser?
Yes.
Voorhees?
Yes.
Campbell?
Yes.
Item 9, general business. 9A, the commission appointment of a city commissioner.
Motion to approve the appointment of a candidate to the city commission to fulfill the balance of the unexpired original term ending November 2021.
Support. At the City Commission meeting of December 16, 2019, the Commission voted to fill the vacant position. After 4 rounds of voting, the Commission was not able to reach a consensus and suspended voting to the next regularly scheduled City Commission meeting. At the City Commission meeting of November 18, 2019, the Commission discussed the guidelines for filling the City Commission vacancy through the appointment process. The vacancy announcement was published in the Journal newspaper on November 27th and was also posted on the city's website, Facebook page, cable channel, in the lobby at City Hall, and on the city clerk's counter on November 19th. 5 applications were received by the filing deadline of Monday, December 2nd, 2019 at 4:30 p.m. The applicants are as follows: Brandon Galbatz, Wanda Goodenough, Kathleen Kelchner, Christopher Luckritz, Gina Palazzolo. All applicants were invited to attend the City Commission meeting of December 2nd, 2019 to give a brief introduction of themselves. The City Commission conducted interviews at a special City Commission meeting on Monday, December 9th, and pursuant to City Charter 10.101, Section 65, Officers' Qualifications, all applicants meet the following qualifications for office: being a resident of the city for at least 365 days prior to appointment, being qualified and registered elector of the city, and no person is in default to the city.
You should have ballots before you. Everybody has ballots. Go ahead and fill them out and then pass them down.
The vote is Gina Palazzolo has received 3 votes. Wanda Goodenough has received 2 votes. And Christopher Luckritz has received 1 vote. If you would please vote again.
There's the will of the. Looks like it. Doing that.
And round 2 of voting is Gina Palazzolo has 3 votes. Wanda Goodenough has 2 votes. And Christopher Luckritz has 1 vote.
Okay.
Again? Or do we just?
You want to do this?
Motion for special election. Is that
Yeah.
what we're asking?
That's
Motion
what we
for
would-
special election.
Okay.
Support.
Do we have any discussion? The motion on the floor is for a special election in August. Okay, roll call, please.
Hammond.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to agenda item number 9B, approval of relocation and consolidation of voting precincts. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the permanent relocation and consolidation of voting precinct 5, Kearns Jermaine Jackson Community Center to City Hall, located at 1 Crocker Boulevard, to become precinct number 6.
Support.
In 2018, the city clerk's office requested approval to temporarily relocate voting precinct number 5, located at Kearns Jermaine Jackson Community Center, 58 Orchard, to vote at City Hall in an effort to reduce costs due to the low voter turnout at the precinct. The city clerk's office is now requesting approval to relocate voting precinct number 5 from Kearns Community Center, 58 Orchard, to vote at City Hall, 1 Crocker Boulevard, permanently as precinct number 6. Traditionally, many of the registered voters at precinct number 5 already vote by absentee ballot, making the turnout at the precinct extremely low. Due to the passing of Proposal 3 at the November 2018 election, no reason absentee voting will result in even more voters voting by absentee ballot. This precinct was temporarily relocated to Precinct 6 for the 3 elections held in 2018 and the election held in November 2019. There were no issues reported, and this consolidation resulted in an increase of voters from Precinct 5 voting at City Hall. The Election Commission approved the relocation and consolidation of Precincts 5 and 6 at their meeting of December 19, 2019. All voters affected by this precinct consolidation and move will be notified through a mailing, and notices will be posted on the city's Facebook, website, and the Journal newspaper. Signs will be posted at the entrance of Carnes Community Center to direct voters to go to City Hall to vote. All voters in Precinct 5 will also be mailed a new voter identification card and will be offered the opportunity to vote by absentee ballot.
Is there any discussion? I had one question. You mentioned that in November of 2019 that the numbers who voted at City Hall from Precinct 5 went up, so they increased?
They've increased for all of the elections that have come through.
Okay, so it wasn't just a Precinct 5 phenomenon, it was just in general?
In general.
There was an increase in the numbers, okay. That was all I had.
For Precinct 5 voters, though, is what it is.
Okay.
They've all gone up, but yes,
But it
having
wasn't
Precinct
just
5 here
Precinct
vote,
5.
yes.
Okay.
In addition to Precinct 5, yes.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, roll call, please.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Item number 9C, approval of purchases and payments of invoices.
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Questions, discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Menser.
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes. Consent agenda?
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Any questions, discussion? Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Menser.
Yes.
That's why you're here. And we are at our city manager's report, sorry.
Christmas trees will be collected by the city's refuse contractor on your regularly scheduled trash pickup day throughout the month of January. Please make sure the tree is bare and not in a plastic bag when placed at the curb for pickup. The next issue of the Clementine's newsletter is scheduled for delivery in the Journal newspaper on January 8th, 2020. Just a reminder that it is time to renew animal licenses. The 2020 dog and cat licenses are available in the Treasurer's office. The fee for licenses renewed after February 28th, 2020 is double the rate of the normal fee. City offices will be closed Monday, January 20th in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Refuse pickup will remain on schedule that week. The next regular City Commission meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. And we hope everyone enjoyed the holidays and has a happy new year.
Thank you very much. And this is our second opportunity for public participation. You will have 2 minutes in this round, and we ask again that you give us your name and your address. Okay.
Shelley Emerson, 48 Sheridan. I'm disappointed that you can't choose a candidate, but that an entire section of Mount Clemens will lose their local access to a voting place to save money, but we're going to spend money for a special election. Not happy about that. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Donna Montgomery. I live at 66 Riverview. I just want to comment, I don't know who owns that voting place on Michigan Street, but I have a 15-year-old niece that is scared to go to the bus stop because it's very blight. It has old tanks, old cement trucks. You know what I'm talking about, Michelle, on Michigan Street. It's very, you're talking about cleaning up the city. How come they can't get cleaned up? We got mice, we got rodents, we got everything running out of there. And it's very, very scary to where a child has to be walked 15-year-olds to the bus stop because she's scared to go there. So I'm just asking, can y'all look into that, see who owns it, and see if it can get cleaned up. I've been a resident over there for 58 years. I've seen that since I was 5 years old. Has not changed. Thank you.
Thank you.
What was the address again?
It's on Michigan Street. It's just
Michigan?
a voting place or
Okay.
whatever.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
Hi, my name is Rochelle Galvin again. I live at 98 Michigan Street, across from what she's talking about. I've been there all my life, and all my life the boat, marina, storage has been there. But I'm also here to talk about the city of Mount Clemens and the blight. I've been cited 4 or 5 times because I have a car in my driveway and it's behind the fence, but I get cited. I've had to go to court, had to pay a fine because my car is behind my gate in my driveway. It's not on flats, it's mine, my property. When other residents, like the blight across the street, you know, you're citing me, but I don't have anything beautiful to look at across the street. I mean, it's just a car in my driveway. I mean, and where I live at 98 Michigan Street, if you drive down the street, there's people's yards in the front that have blight in the front yard where you ride by and you see. You go the street over, there's blight, construction stuff everywhere. But I seem to be the one that have to go to court to pay $150 because my car is in my driveway behind the fence. And my car is not the only car that's in the driveway behind the fence that's unlicensed. There's plenty others, but I seem to be a target. And I just don't think it's fair to me. You know, like I said, when the boat marina, and I have no problem with him, with the marina, it's been there, like I said, since I was a kid. You know, but when you're citing me and you want beautification, you know, you have to beautify everywhere. Don't cite me across the street for a car and I have a marina in front of me with blight. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll move on to commissioner comments. Commissioner Campbell?
The observation that was just given here is stunning and very on target. I also, in the years that I've been here, my number is in the phone book. I still have a landline with an answering machine. Anybody has any questions or anything, you can call me anytime and I'll call back. That's what I've done ever since I've been here. So anybody's got a concern or wants to vent, you can call me. Thank you. Oh, one more. I was amazed at the lady in the front here. That's 101. I would have never guessed that.
Commissioner Hammond.
The Macomb County Minstrel Alliance is having a Martin Luther King Jr. breakfast on Monday, January 20th at 8:30 at Mac and Ray's in Harrison Township. Tickets are $30 for adults and $10 for students. Oh, and the guest speaker is Governor Whitmore.
And Commissioner Fournier?
Yes, you know, blight has always been one of my near and dear projects, and it's a tough one. It really is a tough one to deal with. But I promise I definitely will look at this, and I'm sure that the city will as well. But it is a very difficult ordinance to enforce because, you know, one person's blight is not another's, and we try to have, you know, a uniform code of ordinance, and we try to apply it uniformly, but if we aren't, we need to look into that. So I definitely will look at that. I'm sorry we couldn't make a decision tonight, but it's very difficult when you have good candidates, right? And we had some very good candidates, and I want to thank you again for coming out for this. Thank you.
Commissioner Voorhees.
I want to make a couple of, I've watched some observations here with where commissioners live. I'm going to give you a little history. I'm 68 years old. I was born at St. Joseph Hospital on North Avenue. Mom and Dad took me home to Canfield, which is the last street in the city limits. From there, I moved over to Elizabeth, which is 3 streets over. Then, unfortunately, or fortunately, I married somebody from Seminole Hills, and you end up moving to Seminole Hills. So that was a fortunate thing. Every one of us here represent everyone in this city. Every citizen is represented by us. I know every street in this city. I represent the people on Canfield. I represent the people on Remick. I represent the people over on Alter Court, and I represent the people on Don Street. And if anybody has a question about that, they can come and see me. I'm to them in the book. But I get a little tired when people come to this microphone and say that just because of where I put my head at night is how I represent this city. Now, this is my first term, but I've lived here all of my life, all 68 years. I've served 4 years on the school board and tried to represent that very well. So I get a little tired of it, so I just want to make sure that everybody understands where we sit and who we represent. I too am, I'm hoping that all the candidates file, as we all did, for election. You get your nominating petitions at the city clerk's office, and you get out there and you knock on doors and you meet your neighbors, and you hope to God that they vote for you. So that's what needs to be done. I probably said too much. So once a Clemite, always a Clemite.
Commissioner Menzer.
We went through this process back in December, and I threw out the motion then for a special election. And I wish we had done it then, because right now I feel like we've wasted time. We have wasted time where we haven't talked about a city manager. We're setting up interviews for that. We kicked the can down the road, and here we are today in the same old place. We have some good candidates. We have a couple that I was torn between, and we have other good candidates that have done other good, good works in the city. So it is my opinion, and it was my opinion the last time we talked about this, that going to a special election where each candidate can connect with the members of this city, explain and clarify what they have done to benefit the city and the residents of this city, and let people choose. Let the people who live in the city choose. And I too agree with Commissioner Voorhees. We represent everybody, whether you live on Clinton River Drive or you live on Gibbs and Judge, whether you live in Seminole Hills. It is our responsibility as candidates to visit all areas of this city. I still go visit some friends that I have on Judge and Fessenden that I made when I knocked doors. And she told me that, and I love this lady dearly. We are very good friends now. Her husband is handicapped and he's homebound. And when I knocked her door, she told me, you people only come over here when you want something. And her husband, who is homebound, watches the commission meetings faithfully every single week. Every single week. And he started yelling at her, you get her in here, I have questions. And you know what? I was kind of nervous. But I did go in his house, and he had a lot of questions for me, but he had a lot of very good points. And unless I had left my little corner of Mount Clemens and gone into these other areas and knocked these doors, I would not know what's going on in that community. So I am telling you, my opinion now is file for election, go out there, meet the people, and see what's going on, whether it's in precinct 2 or it's in precinct 9 or it is in precinct 1 or 5. There are voters in each one of those districts that have, or precincts that have something to say, and you're going to learn by knocking on doors. So, all right, that's enough of the sermon. So I want to tell you guys, January is Radon Action Month. Radon is a, colorless gas that moves up through the soil and rocks, and it moves up into your structures. So the Macomb County Health Department is giving out free radon testing kits. They are doing that now. They're doing it Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 o'clock, at the Health Department on Elizabeth near Grospec. All you got to do is walk in and tell them you would like a radon kit. They will test it, they will give you the results, and and help you if you need help. I want to talk about a local Mount Clemens company. I've mentioned them before, but I read an article in a market research magazine. I get them at work because I buy stuff. I also work for the county, as Dr. Goodenow does, and I'm the senior buyer. So I buy stuff all day long. It's kind of fun sometimes, but except for office supplies, it's boring. So I read this on Market Research magazine that stated that the pepper spray market is poised for significant growth, and it listed 4 companies to keep an eye on through 2027. Now I buy that stuff, okay, in my work. Fox Lab Internationals over there off Church is one of the 4 leading companies in the United States of America to provide these kind of products. They offer protection products other than including pepper spray and other, self-defense things. They offer to military, to government officials, to tactical units, to law enforcement, and to the Secret Service. So look, good things are happening in our community. Good things are happening with businesses in our community. This is a company that is poised for massive growth, and it is in our city and has been in our city since 1992. So that's a good thing. The next thing I want to say is congratulations to Captain Greg Hoppy from our fire department, who retired. Congratulations, Greg. Captain Hoppy, I hope you have a wonderful retirement. I know that firefighting is in your blood, and you're going to, probably do some other things. But I just wanted to say congratulations, Godspeed, and the boys of the MCFD have got your back from here. And for the last thing, Javon Hanna, Bathers basketball. He averages 38.5 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists per basketball game. He's been recruited by DePaul, by Texas A&M, by Michigan and Michigan State. He is a sophomore at Mount Clemens High. This kid is hot, and he is ranked nationally now as one of the best in the state. This is Mount Clemens Schools. Good things are happening in our city, and good things are happening in our schools. Thank you.
I would like to clarify one thing. By holding the vote tonight for commission appointment, we did not have interviews for a city manager. So I just wanted to clarify that. I don't believe we kicked the can down. They are 2 separate issues. They are 2 separate meetings. So just to clarify that. I will be having my coffee talks on not June, I'm thinking summer. January 14th at 9:30 a.m. at John's Family Grill. And if you can't make the morning coffee talk, I'll be having an evening coffee talk January 16th at 6:30 p.m. So come and join us for a cup of coffee and talk about current events and answer questions. It's a very casual, I promise there's no 3-minute microphone or anything. So come and join us. I also want to let you know that the Clementine newsletter will be out, I believe, this week. it will be in the Journal, yep, the 8th. So watch your mail for your Journal newspaper because the Clementine will be in it. In that, on my section of the article, I'm going to be asking for interesting people, interesting businesses like Fox, I'd like to use the Clementine as a spotlight for how pride of Mount Clemens, right? So things that we can spotlight to say, these are good things that are happening here. Send me an email. My contact information will be right in that Clementine. It's also right on the front of the website. So send me an email, drop me a voicemail, call me on my cell. It's also on there. And let me know, because while I know some really great people in Mount Clemens, because I too knocked on a lot of doors, you are the people that know your neighbors the best. And so I'm relying on you to get me some information. And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Apparently nobody wants to leave.
There's somebody that wants to say something.
Was there a motion you were supposed to do on 10A?
Yep, we already did it.
Did we get?
You got a thumbs up. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Support. Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?